What's up, everyone? Drunken Phoenix here. Welcome back. So today I'm going to go over people talking about their credit card debt. And, this is a topic that hits home for all of us, I think, because, we get our credit card, we spend it here and there, not thinking much of it. And then you realize that your balance is a lot higher than you anticipated. And then, from there, things would get pretty crazy for a lot of people. This first young lady is 55 years old. She's $60,000 in credit card debt. It doesn't have anything saved for retirement. I'm curious to know how she got herself in this situation. I'm gonna try not to be too judgmental. I'm just gonna, let this be a cautionary tale for us to not be in this situation ourselves.
I know it's scary. Being 55, having $60,000 worth of credit card debt, and having absolutely nothing saved for retirement.
That
my
is
husband and
scary.
I work hard. We own our own business. But working hard was not building our future. I remember we sat down and looked at the numbers, and his question to me was, how can we have been working this hard and have this much debt? And neither one of us had the answer for that. And that is a really yucky, scary feeling. It's just
Very
a yucky
yucky.
place to be.
Very yucky.
But it did make me realize something that night. I realized that I could not continue to ignore this situation. I knew something had to change, and I really knew that I needed to figure out how to create more income. And I really wanted to look at something for my phone, so I made a decision that night. I came across a digital marketing course that has simple trainings that are just easy to follow. It's got a community that offers mentorship, support.
Okay, this is why this lady is in $60,000 worth of credit card debt and has nothing saved for retirement. Digital, when I hear things like digital marketing courses and stuff like that, it just reads pyramid scheme to me. It reads scam. That marketing for what? Digital marketing for what? Your credit card debt? It's in isolation. If you can find an online course to teach you some skills that could be useful, it's not necessarily a bad thing. But digital marketing, it just sounds like a big scam. And people that engage with this kind of stuff tend to be a little naive or not make the best choices in life, and that's how they end up with $60,000 in credit card debt with no retirement saved. It I can't even imagine how much money this lady is spending a month for this digital marketing course with this community.
Guidance. You have somebody in your corner. I have learned how to market online, how to tell my story, and just be authentic.
Market
myself
what?
So that
Your
I can
debt?
make real connections with people in
How can you? What are you marketing? I don't want to be like you.
this space. I know it works because I've watched other people inside this community just do fantastic things. Like Bridget was able to leave her 17-year
Bridget.
teaching job. She started digital marketing to make
What was Bridget It's always these stories about how some, random person that's in the course, how they were just able to be financially free after just being so successful at at digital marketing. How? I just find that very hard to believe. What did Bridget market? If that is true, which I'm very skeptical of, it's because of naive people that, sign up for this stuff and think it's cool or think it's legit.
now. And I've seen so many other people within the community talk about this. There's people that have written a book, and they've been able to go through
A
Amazon.
book
and they
about
get
what?
to
A book about what? See, it's always these vague details. Like I know someone that written a book and they were financially free. What did they write a book about? About what? It's just a book, and it's on Amazon, and they're financially free. Like it's just that easy, huh? It's just that easy. So this guy right here, I thought this was just funny. This guy, he looks, 20s, 30s, maybe 20s, and he has $74,000 in credit card debt, and he seems very nonchalant about it. He's just like, yeah, let's just make a payment, and I thought this was funny.
Gotta say, but on March 12th, I paid $5,000 off my credit card, and I'm extremely proud of myself. So let's pay off some more. I'm paying $50 off the balance, so let's get this paid right now. Payment details, payment submitted.
Well, I mean, it's only $50, but hey, it's $50 is better than nothing. If you're gonna make a credit card payment, I would recommend paying a lot more than $50, especially if you have a balance of $74,000. I mean, he said he paid $5,000 before. I don't know if that was like a payment or if it was like in total. But 50, progress is progress, I
Go.
guess.
am 31 years old and I have financially ruined my life. I have a decent job. I make around $70,000 a year, but I have built up $36,000 in debt, mostly high interest credit cards with 24 to 27% APR, and the interest alone is destroying me. I also have a newer
No.
leased truck that I'm massively over mileage on, so that's another bill that's hanging over my head. From the outside, my life probably looks stable, but financially, I feel completely trapped.
I was going to, dang. I, I was, when I first saw this, I was like, he's only 31. You did not financially ruin your life. You're good. But when he mentioned the $30,000 in credit card debt, that wasn't really the crazy part. Well, that's pretty high, especially for someone with a $70,000 salary. But it was the interest rate for me that really, the 25% interest rate on 30,000 worth of debt. And the car lease, that is, I don't want to say you ruined it, bro, but you might need to hire, you might need to join that digital marketing thing.
And mentally exhausted. The worst part about everything is that nobody in my life even knows what I am dealing with. If you were in my shoes, what would your first move be? Okay, step number one, you need to increase how much money you make. So $70,000, if that's what you make full time, you need to pick up at least one extra shift a week. Maybe do DoorDash, whatever it is on your off
Yes,
days.
sir.
You need to be working every single day, so you could bring in an extra, who knows, maybe $30,000. So we take your income to $100,000.
I don't know about an extra
Step
30,000.
number two, we need to kill your spending habits. The only thing that you need to be spending money on is absolute necessities: rent and food. That is it. Those are your necessities. That's what you pay for. But there are no subscriptions. You're not eating out ever. You are not paying for PlayStation. You're not paying for Xbox, Netflix. You're not paying for anything other than what keeps you alive and a shelter.
Okay. I guess I'll go along with that. I get wary of these people that say things you have to just live this most minimalist lifestyle. Like, we are still people. We still have to have, we have to work and be responsible and disciplined, but you still need some, entertainment in your life. But I guess if you have this much debt and that high interest, I think the interest rate is really the part that's really like shocking to me. But yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
I have a little bit of credit card debt, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that I moved to Nashville, Tennessee with not really that much money, and then I decided to fully furnish my bedroom. But I will say something I've learned over the past couple of months.
Why do people do that? Why do people make these big moves without having anything saved up or having anything prepared? That I never understood that. Maybe you got to have something. I mean, maybe she's young. Maybe it's her first time moving out. I don't know, but you got to have something.
Is that a lot of my friends also do too. And it's very comforting in a way. Like, not that I'm proud of my friends for having credit card debt, but I'm just like, oh, thank God I'm not the only one. Because at the end of the day, we're all just in our 20s trying to figure out how to live in a freaking universe where rent is like $1,500. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. And then our parents are like, why are you in so much credit card debt? I'm sorry that rent isn't $400 like it was when you were 25. But yeah,
that's true. I do feel that.
anyone is like down on themselves for having credit card debt. Same. Like, God forbid I decided to fully furnish my bedroom and then buy a lot of clothes for myself and go out on the weekends, because at the end of the day, my hobby is going out and socializing. My hobby is hanging out with my friends. And one of my friends did point out the fact that, like, my credit card debt is not just like represented by the fact that I spent money on stupid shit. You did a lot with that money. You fully furnished your bedroom. You moved to a new city with it. You met a whole bunch of people because of it. I didn't meet these friends by going to the park and taking a walk. No, I met these friends by going out and going to get drinks and going to happy hour and stuff.
Okay, so this young lady, so I can understand, when if it is your first time moving out from the nest and starting your own life, maybe you don't have money immediately, so you do need to use your credit card, to buy, for the deposit for your apartment, to buy some items for your house. I don't think you need to fully furnish your apartment that fast, I think that might be an unpopular take, but within reason. But she likes drinks at happy hour too much and whatever other stupid stuff she said that she was buying. So I think that's the takeaway here. So just be mindful of how much you're spending and don't overdo it. Have fun, but be mindful.
You want to see what $60,000 worth of debt looks like? Hi, I'm Christy, and I overshare about my debt so you can feel better about yours. This is my U.S. Bank credit card, and I have $2,396.08. This is a Citi credit card, and I owe $9,012.20. This is Chase Sapphire. I used to use this card for the travel benefits. Obviously, that's not what's happening anymore. I owe $6,427. This is my Columbia Bank credit card. I owe $4,121.31. This is my Mountain.
Okay, if you find yourself ever opening this many credit cards, please know that you have a problem. Like, just stop. Like, if you're opening, like, I would say a max, like, I'm talking about, like, not outside of store credit cards, even though I think store credit cards, be wary of that as well. But if you're just opening multiple credit cards from this bank and that bank and this company, that should be a sign that you're kind of losing it and you might put yourself in a position that you don't need to be in. Why does she have so many credit cards with several thousands of dollar balances?
America credit card. I owe $9,143.85. This is my car loan. I owe $12,348.30.
Okay, a car loan, that's a
and
little
the best
different.
one of all, this is a personal loan. I owe $16,799.
Oh no, not a personal loan. Okay. Yeah, so you guys, I'm going to end it there. Let me know what you all think. Do you guys have a lot of credit card debt, and have you gotten out of it, or are you still in it? Let us know in the comment section. But I'll see you guys in the next video, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. So bye guys.